We live, and I'm coming at you with 5, ladies and gentlemen. What's up? Welcome. Carlos, I don't know if you saw the thumbnail. If you look at the thumbnail, you're asking what the topic is. The topic was Jay-Z right about Beyonce at the Grammys. We're going to get to that in a second, ladies and gentlemen. I just love that music. Also, we got an update on what happened with Killer Mike at the Grammys. It's coming back. But first, let's take a little quick break, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you are, hope you are blessed and doing safe. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings, family. Of course, I'm tuning in. You see me without the glasses off today. But if you're looking for some opportunities, particular advertisement opportunities, then look no further at the link at the bottom to my email address. You can hit me up for advertisement opportunities. We are supporting and promoting your businesses here on this channel. You can also, if you would like to donate and subscribe to our Patreon, a link is at the bottom as well. So you have multiple ways in which you can advertise with the platform by emailing me when we go on through our live stream. You also have access to premium content, those that want to see premium content that you will not find here on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, as I am suspended probably by now. You guys can check out the Patreon at link at the bottom. But advertisement opportunities, definitely email me, gavin.grich1@gmail.com for rates. And for the Patreon, it is the same as the YouTube channel. It is channel gboot2786. All right, I'll holla. Peace. Okay, family, what's up? What's up? What's up? We are live. We are live when I'm coming at you with 5. Welcome to another exciting edition of Random Topic Tuesdays, the hottest live stream here in the cosmos on YouTube. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope you are blessed and doing safe. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Thank you for joining me here on this beautiful Tuesday, February 6th, the Tuesday before Hump Day, or as I call it tomorrow, 38 trips around the sun. It is my birthday tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. It's my birthday's eve. So happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. I need to take a day off from cooking. Now I got to find some bookings to make some more dough like before. I just made that off the top of my head. So, what's up, fam? Y'all don't mind if I just chill, not showing my face today. But we're gonna say first off, if you see what the thumbnail is about tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the Grammys and Jigga. Y'all know that Jay-Z. Shout out to Carlos. Shout out to Bookie the Realist. Y'all know that Jay-Z. There's been a lot of I won't say controversy, but a lot of comments rather, because Jay-Z called out the Grammys in regards to his wife Beyonce, who is actually the artist with the most Grammy awards in history. And accordingly to what Jay-Z was complaining about was how she's never won Album of the Year. Now, what you see here, of course, this is a speech. I won't play the speech because they'll hit me with a copyright, but what I will likely do especially is play the audio so you all can hear what Jay-Z was talking about. And essentially, and we talked a little bit about it on Sunday, and that's his daughter, Blue Ivy. Looks just like Beyonce, my God. Thank goodness. Jay-Z ugly motherfucker. I'm Jay-Z sitting up there looking like the bad guy, like with them dreads like Predator 2. Looking like Uncle Willie, remember? I don't know who he was, but I know where he was. Sure, you know, Beyonce, she had all these awards. She never got the album of the year, man. It's messed up, you know? So, Jigga was complaining about his wife never winning album of the year. And he goes on, if you listen to his speech, he criticized that. He criticized the fact, obviously, he and DMX hadn't been nominated, Beyonce. But I'm going to play the audio so y'all can hear. All right. So he starts off, and Blue Ivy is looking at him. So y'all listen here.
Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince winning their first Grammy in '89 and boycotting because it wasn't televised. And then they went to like a hotel and watched the Grammys. I didn't even understand what the
fair use.
Wasn't a great boycott. Yeah. But then '98, I took a page out of their book. I was nominated for Best Rap Album, and DMX had dropped 2 albums that year. They both were #1. Shout out to DMX. And he wasn't nominated at all. So I boycotted, and I watched the Grammys. I'm just saying, we want y'all to get it right. We love y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all. We want y'all to get it right. At least get it close to right. And obviously it's subjective. Y'all don't got to clap at everything. Obviously it's subjective because, you know, it's music and it's opinion based. But, you know, some things, you know, I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work. You know, some of you gonna go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you may get robbed. Some of you don't belong in the category. Oh, no, that was it. No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth. But outside of that, you know, we got to keep showing up. And forget the Grammys for a second, just in life. As my daughter sits and stares at me nervous as I am. Just in life, you got to keep showing up. Just keep showing up. Forget the Grammys. You got to keep showing up until they give you all those accolades you feel you deserve. Until they call you chairman. Until they call you a genius. Until they call you the greatest of all time. You feel me?
So that's interesting. Dr. Dre has a Global Impact Award, which I find ironic, but neither here nor there. So Jay Z wins this award, and Jay Z is talking about his wife, obviously having never won Album of the Year. Let's be real honest about this. Now, first off, I always talk about this: the ratings for the Grammys yesterday, on Sunday, actually, the ratings according to USA Today, the awards were up 36% year to year, rising from 12.5 million, according to the Hollywood Reporter, to now 17 million for the CBS broadcast. That does not include, according to this report, the streaming. Because remember, it was streaming also on Paramount Plus. So that's funny, guys. You think about that. The Grammys airs on CBS. On Paramount Plus, they're also showing it. So they're trying to get in big money, just like what the NFL did with Peacock. There was controversy with that because they had the NFL games. Different networks have different licensing for it. Like Fox has NFC games. I think CBS has the AFC games. And NBC, I think, gets a mixture of both. And NBC and Peacock are under the same umbrella. Well, the Kansas City Chiefs, Miami Dolphins game All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, fam. I have no idea what happened. Someone called me, and then all of a sudden, when I tried to get back in, it wouldn't let me in. So, oh, I love that music. Can I talk over it? Y'all can hear me? Yeah, yeah. Uh, uh, Just something with it. So I just put in the poll. Did y'all think Jay-Z was right over it? Yeah, I love talking over it. So someone said I can talk over it. So yeah, that's just a cool beat, man. That's just a cool beat. But I took issues with just one thing what Jay-Z said. Of course, here's my whole thing with it. Now Jay-Z's entitled to his opinion, but Jay-Z rarely speaks out on stuff like this. And only when it's his wife, obviously he has to talk about it. Now, I've never cared for the Grammys. Y'all know I think the Grammys, first off, are a joke how they award it. Remember when Macklemore won Best Hip Hop Album and Kendrick Lamar obviously had the tightest album available, and even Macklemore agreed that he got robbed. But they gave it to Macklemore because, well, you hear nothing about it as of lately. Why? Because Macklemore was an industry, this is my opinion. Macklemore pushed a certain agenda. Macklemore, of course, was on that LGBTQ agenda thing that they have been pushing at the Grammys. Remember, he performed and they actually had all the couples lined up getting married, waiting to get married. So that's not a surprise, but they had Jay-Z there with his daughter, Blue Ivy, and he makes this remark. And he talked about how Beyonce was nominated for 4 Grammys. And she lost all of them to Taylor Swift, Beck, Adele, and Harry Styles. She was up for Best New Artist in 2010 and lost to Taylor Swift, although Album of the Year 4 times. This is Album of the Year. Now, Beyonce has won over 25 Grammys. She eclipsed Stevie Wonder's record, because Stevie Wonder at that time, I think, was the artist who had the most Grammys. Stevie Wonder has and Stevie Wonder actually makes real music. Stevie Wonder is somebody who nobody can compare to him in terms of music, in terms of his genius. And you're talking about a man who won over 25 Grammys. So Beyonce has, if you look at it, and they try to up her, but you got to think of it. Think of this. She's had 79 nominations. And what likely, she's won 32. Let's be real honest about this, y'all. What is she actually complaining about? What is the complaint that Jay-Z has? Your wife has 32 Grammys. She didn't have to win she didn't win Album of the Year. Okay, I get it. Now, you think she's ever going to win that you called out the Grammy Awards? How that looks for her peers. And look, I'm not knocking the fact that he's defending his wife. But let's be real. Beyonce, here's my thing. I don't like to screw with the Beehive too much, but hey, I gotta keep it real. I'm not saying that Beyonce isn't a great artist. I believe she is. Dude, I think she should have won some of those Grammys. Let's just be real. Or inflated. Do y'all think that Beyonce should get Grammys? Let's just keep it real. In terms of artistry, R&B singers that we have out there, there are singers who are better than Beyonce. There are singers better than Beyonce. I mean, I didn't think, like, she won a Grammy. She performed alongside Prince at the Grammys. I remember that. She won her first 3 career Grammys. Hold on, let me show y'all. With Destiny's Child for Best R&B performance when they did Survivor, and she won 5 as a solo artist, including the Best Contemporary R&B Album for Dangerously in Love. And that was back in 2003. Now, who are the artists back then in 2003? Who were the R&B artists you had that were hot? Obviously, I mean, you had R. Kelly. You had R. Kelly that was there. You had Usher, Mary J. Blige. I'm going to show you all. Hold on. Who had the nominations then? It's completely inflated. Yeah. So these were the nominations. Erykah Badu, Mary J. Blige, India Arie. So this is 2003. Okay, so we got to look at 2004, because if this is the year of 2003, then the Grammys the next year afterwards is, because this basically honored everything in 2020, in 2002. So now if you're in 2003, you got the presenters and you got the performances. That's when she performed Dangerously in Love. Let's be real honest about it. Yeah, but just look at the singers back then. Luther Vandross. Now, Luther was sick, but you had R. Kelly, you had Usher, you had Stevie Wonder, who was still around. Aretha Franklin was still around. Best R&B song was Crazy in Love. Now, you think about it. What was she? Who were the nominees? So they actually go back. The inaugural award goes back to Otis Redding. So think about that. The bar is set high. Otis Redding and Steve Cropper wrote Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. So let's look at 2003. Yeah, Alicia Keys was around at that time. She won for Falling. So this is 2002. Erykah Badu won in 2003. Beyonce won for Crazy in Love. She went up against Erykah Badu. She went up against Luther. She went up against with Ashanti. She went up against Anthony Hamilton. I'm talking about soulful R&B, like R&B roots. Like shout out to my brother Mwambi. He was talking about this. Y'all know that Beyonce couldn't sing compared to Vandross. Y'all know she ain't got nothing on Luther or Anthony Hamilton. I'm talking about he's real R&B. Beyonce, and this is not me knocking her as a talent. She is talented. Of course she can sing, but she is pop. That's what I find Beyonce mostly. Taylor Swift can play instruments, but Taylor Swift is white. Keating, you got to keep that in mind. Taylor Swift, hold on, let me shut the music off. Taylor Swift is a white girl, and they inflating and pushing her all over the place because she promotes good old-fashioned, downhearted whiteness. They try to push her as the next. Yeah, Mariah Carey was around, although she was in a slump in 2002, 2003. 2006 is when she came back. But Taylor Swift is another one that they push every year, because Taylor Swift's music, I don't think is all that. And they're trying to push her as the next thing to Michael Jackson. Y'all know good and damn well, we ain't even got to debate that. Remember when they had her do the cover of Earth, Wind, and Fire September? And we weren't feeling that. Because why? Why is that? Earth, Wind, and Fire, that's their song. And you see Beyonce, she was going up against Jamie Foxx, Blame It, Pleasure, Peace, Under, Maxwell. Maxwell, that's R&B. Jasmine Sullivan. How many Grammys has Jasmine Sullivan won? I mean, she's a great singer. She's won 2 Grammys. Y'all see that? Since 2009. She won for Best R&B Album and R&B Feelings back in 2022. Layla Hathaway, daughter of legendary singer Donny Hathaway. Now, let's also say this. Beyonce, especially when it comes to songwriting, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Beyonce does the same stuff. So, like Taylor, you can look at the songs. They don't tell you how many Grammys Layla has won. But if you look here and I type it in, she won in 2013 for Best R&B Performance. Now, she's a songwriter, like her daddy. Beyonce these are songs that's list of songs she's recorded. And you note on most, if not all of them, let's just say, even if they're remixes of songs, because that's what a lot of rap artists do today, they'll put up, they record and sample another song from another artist that has those writers on there, and they'll add a mix or something to it, which gets their name put on. And they do that, and very rarely are songs written by one person. Lionel Richie, I think, is the last one who's actually gets paid the most royalties for songs that he's written. And of course, he has had a career going back since the 70s when he was with the Commodores, writing Lady and he wrote Lady. Of course, he wrote Easy and Truly, All Night Long. So those are songs that he has written that he gets paid for. So all of the songs that Beyonce has written, you see this whole catalog. Be Alive, Back to Black, Baby Boy. Well, maybe not Back to Black, but Baby Boy, A Woman Like, she has her name on all of it, but look at all the songwriters that are with her, like Black Parade, for instance. She's got Derek James Dixie, Akil King, Brittany Coney, her husband Sean. Of course, the reason why he's on it, he rapped the verse. Now, these are all the songs she has. Naughty Girl. These are all the songs she has. Because she does the same thing that Elvis did when they put their names on songs. And there's nothing wrong with having songwriters, collaborators. They do it all the time. Other artists do it too. Taylor Swift has had collaborators. Elvis Presley had people write songs for him. Berry Gordy collaborated on a lot of songs with different artists. So there's nothing wrong with it, but you see what I'm saying. She will put her name even on stuff, and I can't say she didn't contribute anything because I don't know that for a fact. But I can tell you, let me put the music back on. Like with Elvis, because of his name and he would sell a song, he would just put his name on there. So these are all of the songs by Taylor Swift. Now, she has songwriters on these. She has a collaborator. Some stuff she's written by herself, supposedly. That's the point. But that's the point of all of this. So yeah, man. So to go back to what Jay Z said, and I'm looking at the polls. I asked, did y'all think Jigga was right? 67% of you, of now it's 50, say no. It's split. 60% now. So I'm looking at it for about 5 votes. Y'all can go to the main page, gboot2786 on my page. I don't know what Madonna thinks of her. But yeah, Madonna got sued by some fans for running late. But yeah, Madonna, I've lost interest with her from years ago, especially when she put that black kid in a dress. So I don't care about it. Yeah, Snoop got 16 nominations and never won. Yeah, Snoop has never won. I don't think Charlie Wilson has ever won a Grammy. Mays featuring Frankie Beverly have never won Grammys. Yeah, look at that. 13 nominations. Uncle Charlie has been nominated 13 times with no wins. None. This is the Gap Band Charlie Wilson. Look at Ray Charles Grammys. Now, Ray Charles has won a lot of Grammys. When he died, his album Genius Loves Company was big, but he was one of those artists. Yeah, he won 17 Grammys with 37 nominations. He won a lot of, at least 8 of those Grammys, if I'm not mistaken. Back in 2004, he had passed that year, or 2004 or 2005. So he won one. So he won, yeah, he had 5 that year. So one, two, album of the 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and he deserved it. He deserved every one of those. And Jay Z, and I thought it was funny when Jay Z said, some of y'all gonna feel like you were robbed, and you probably will be. Others, you just don't belong. Sorry, I just speak. When I get nervous, I just speak the truth. I'll say this much. And yeah, they got people who win the Grammys. It's true that aren't good, but when you say that out loud, how would that look? Obviously, to her peers, Beyonce's peers saying that. Do you think she would ever get an Oscar, a Grammy at this point? So I don't know what y'all think. A lot of people, it looks like it's split evenly on it. How did you feel about it? I mean, I don't care. A man defending his wife is one thing, but Beyonce is not in danger, wasn't in trouble with anything, and I wouldn't have made it about that. So 60% of you so far say he was right. Well, I don't necessarily support the Grammys, but I I mean, having a Grammy award just like it's like an Oscar. Yeah, it's a great accomplishment, but look at the Oscars, even compare that. Let's look at the Oscars. Monique has an Oscar. How's that helped her career? The guy who played Blade, who's supposed to be the new Blade, Marshall Ali, all the roles that he's won Oscars for, he's played a homosexual character. I haven't seen him in anything else. Have you? Marshall Ali. I haven't seen him in anything else. Have a Grammy. I mean, there are a lot of people who don't get awards who are great and don't win. Even the Oscars. I'll tell you somebody else who's a great actor. Martin Sheen. Martin Sheen is an outstanding actor, has never won a Oscar. You have best comedy album. I wonder who won this year. I didn't see that for 2024. It was probably Chris Rock. No, it was Dave Chappelle. I'm sorry. So Dave Chappelle was What's in a Name. So I mean, it's a great accomplishment to have on your asterisk because you'll always be when you're nominated. You're always going to be Grammy winner, Grammy nominee if you ever get nominated. So you say he's one of the few. What have you name? What have you seen him in recently? Blade got canceled. I'm not saying he's not working. Marshall who? Okay, well look at Monique. Mahershala Ali. I know he did True Detective. He did Spider-Man in the Spideyverse. He did the Eternals. Okay. They got a lot of actors. They got a lot of people who okay, but the point is they got a lot of actors, there are a lot of entertainers who get nominated for these awards. A lot of musicians that get nominated not working. And we know why Marshall here's why you know why Ali got it. He played in the Green Book. The character in the Green Book was a gay black man, y'all. Don Shirley was gay. That's why let's be real. Let's be real. People watch the clips, yeah. No, but that's why he won it. That's why. Okay, even the movie he won his first award for was what? Moonlight. Still, that was about gay stuff. Nah, I mean, congrats to the brother, but that's just reality. They got the. I'm not saying he's a great, wasn't a good actor, but I mean, I haven't seen nothing. Luke Cage. I loved his role in Luke Cage. Is what I remember seeing that brother in. I haven't seen anything though that I could say with him that's iconic as of yet. You could say it. No, I don't. Poop Moon Pie. That's what it should have been called. Moon Pie. Moon Pie Light. No, but other movie. Who's the other movie I liked? A TV show. The other person they're giving work to is that Sterling Brown guy who played on This Is Us, that drama on NBC. He played Chris Darden in a movie on that O.J. Simpson film. I think might come after Jay-Z over that issues he had with Tidal. Remember that company he had out and he lost it with that he had out in the Netherlands that he lost with the Swiss he was battling with, and I think they were investigating him with the stock exchange. Jay-Z is going to be mindful about that. Every black man is going to get their wake-up call in that industry. Everybody is waiting to be a statistic. Everybody's going to be a statistic. Something's going to happen to them. And speaking of wake-up calls, let me put my music back on. We got Killer Mike. Y'all know Killer Mike, of course. Got arrested. Grammys racist now. But Killer Mike was accused of a battery, what it seems like. And Killer Mike broke his silence, apparently asking what happened. So we got a little bit more detail based off what I've read and what I have seen from the report. What Killer Mike was saying, there was an issue. I'm going to show you the article. I guess with them entering the arena where the Grammys were taking place, and supposedly got physical with a security guard. Now, TMZ has some video. It's real short. It's like a minute long. That shows him getting cuffed in the reins, apparently. And they were upset. Now, I don't see anything from the video. You know, punk ass TMZ is gonna give you a copyright strike even if you show the video without music because they have their watermark in there. So I'm not gonna play it. But essentially what they say is that he was booked for battery on a citizen's arrest. So this was a citizen's arrest that they made after he got physical with the guard out at the venue, out in the rain in LA. So we're going to read the statement that we have from Brother Killer Mike. So Killer Mike says this about what happened. So this is his statement. So this happened, it's not a coincidence. Juan B was talking about the type of racism they have in LA, how they do stuff like you have an accomplishment, then they're going to attack you right afterwards. You know, you buy property like what Nat King Cole did out in Los Angeles, and immediately they started vandalizing his home, shooting it up. His dog got poisoned. Same stuff they did, even things they did to Sammy Davis Jr. But this is what Killer Mike had to say. He said, quote, "As you can imagine, there was a lot going on, and there was some confusion about which door my team and I should enter. We experienced an overzealous security guard, but my team and I have the utmost confidence that I will ultimately be cleared of all wrongdoing." So that was Killer Mike, whose real name is Michael Redner. That was a statement he made. He was trying to get into the .com arena to collect his award after he collected his awards. So he won for Best Rap Song, Performance, and Album. And man, somebody was talking about it. Tyson that was going in on him, who obviously had a negative opinion about Killer Mike winning a Grammy. Hold on. Y'all can read this here. I must really be getting old because I don't listen to these niggas. I haven't listened to Killer Mike's album. Like, talking about it. Not even Travis Scott. Drake, yeah, I've listened to some of his stuff, but Drake even is kind of more popish. I don't consider him a rapper. He says, quote, who decided this MFer, this motherfucker? Guy sent shared on Twitch after Killer Mike beat out Drake, Metro Boomin, and Travis Scott. So he was going in on Killer Mike because Killer Mike won 3 Grammys. I see Judge. I just exit out there. I see Judge Joe Brown, and when he starts tweeting, I just read the tweets like him. DNA tells no lies about what's supposed to be between the thighs, no matter the delusion behind the eyes. You punch. Yeah, everybody gets their name called. Yeah, the Sterling Brown dude. Yeah. So Killer Mike got his wake up call. So that's the only update we have now. Of course, whether the district attorney's office in Los Angeles is going to actually book this, that's another issue. I haven't even seen what he's talking about. So Killer Mike is not endorsing Joe Biden. Okay. So Killer Mike was on Bill Maher's show talking about it. And
arrest him because he didn't endorse Joe Biden.
I don't know about him being arrested because he didn't endorse Joe Biden. They say, Farrakhan is on his album. Okay, I gotta listen to this later. I'm gonna bookmark this, but y'all bookmark, go to Rick. I'm gonna retweet it on my Twitter page, and I want you right now. Here's what I want y'all to do too. On my X page, I'm gonna listen to this because I'm just gonna support the brother since he got arrested. I'm gonna listen to it. I haven't liked some stuff that Killer Mike has done, so I don't rock with celebrities all the time, like talking about it. But I know when an injustice is done. Go to my X page, G Rich, ladies and gentlemen, right there, G-Rich. We're gonna listen to this because I want to hear the album. But he says that, I know he's been around. He's got Farrakhan on there. Yeah, Killer Mike's been around for a long time. I've seen his stuff. I haven't listened to his music, like talking about it. I don't think I'm a lame because I haven't listened to it, but I just haven't. I know there's a lot of stuff I haven't listened to. I don't keep up with it. But anyway, that's interesting, y'all. But I'm gonna keep monitoring this. We're gonna be back Thursday with my man Sean James talking about some stuff. And anyway, y'all, since it is Black History Month, I thought it would be best if I talk about icon in Black history, especially for our young folks who don't know who this person is. So our Black History moment for the night, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about, here's our Black History moment. The FBA brother himself, the Galveston Giant from Galveston, Texas, Jack Johnson, the first Black American to hold a heavyweight title, winning it from Jim Jeffries, which was dubbed the fight of the century, as it sparked race riots all across the country. And according to Ken Burns, who was a filmmaker and documentarian, he said for more than 13 years, Jack Johnson was the most famous and the most notorious African American on earth. I actually have a T-shirt from Mr. Johnson and Muhammad Ali at my house. Actually, I got a story to tell about that. One of the last few things. I'm gonna pause the music for a second. It was the last uh, pieces of clothing that wasn't touched by the floodwaters here in New Orleans, and I had it hanging up directly in my laundry room. Two shirts, and only the bottom part of the shirt got touched by water. Now, Jack Johnson, of course, is a heavyweight champion. He's arguably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, heavyweight of all time. Even Muhammad Ali has said this. What a lot of people don't know was that back in 2018, Sylvester Stallone, Rocky fame, had done some politicking and gotten Donald Trump to issue a formal pardon for Jack Johnson because Johnson, who had been the subject of racial prejudice all his life, was also subject to persecution from the government under the Mann Act, which was a law that made it illegal for a man to transport a woman across state lines for immoral purposes. Check out what happened with R. Kelly, because that's part of why he's in jail, is under this very act that's still around to this day. He was sentenced to a year in prison, and though Johnson fled the country and fought boxing matches abroad for 7 years until 1920, where he served his sentence at the federal penitentiary at Leavenworth. He continued to box and take fights even after losing his title back in 1915 in a fight with Jess Willard, though a lot of people think he took a dive to avoid jail time. Some are saying that Willard won the fight outright. And the fight took place in Havana, Cuba. And Johnson actually was winning, almost won every round, and however he began to tire after the 20th round was visibly hurt by heavy body punches from Willard in rounds preceding. However, the fight, of course, that where he won the title was against Jim Jeffries. And it received more public attention in the United States than any other film to date, and for the next 5 years until the release of Birth of a Nation. Now, Jack Johnson died in 1960 of a car accident back in 1946. He actually was trying to help train Joe Louis. However, Joe Louis' camp had wanted nothing to do with Jack Johnson because Jack Johnson was the opposite of Joe Louis. Jack Johnson was braggadocious. He flirted with white women. He married white women, and he knocked the shit out of some white boys. He did what he wanted to do because he was a black man in a white man's world and hated every minute of it. On the night that he won the world title back in 1909, I want to point something out to you. 1908, when he fought Tommy Burns, and then he fought James Jeffries, where they had these riots and so forth. It's called the Fight of the Century. Did y'all know that around the same time is another moment in Black history? So the fight took place on July 4th, which was Independence Day. Did y'all know on July 2nd of that same year, something else happened in Black history? Thurgood Marshall was born only 2 days afterwards. The first black man to sit as an associate justice on the Supreme Court. Now, of course, let's get back. I just wanted to throw that trivia out. But of course, I wanted to get back to Jack Johnson. Now, Jack Johnson, of course, arguably one of the greatest heavyweights, if not the greatest heavyweight of all time, and continued to fight until the very end. That's his picture in Galveston, in the Jack Johnson Park in Galveston, ladies and gentlemen. Actor and professional wrestler Dwayne The Rock Johnson even has his surname in homage to Johnson. His father, Rocky Johnson, was born with the surname Biles and chose his ring name in honor of the boxer before making it his legal name. Yeah, and Muhammad Ali often spoke of how he was influenced by Jack Johnson. Ali identified with Johnson because he felt America had ostracized him in the same way that Jack Johnson, was ostracized because Ali was affiliated with the Nation of Islam and he was opposed to the Vietnam War. This record, his record of 114 fights with 80 matches, 45 winning 80 matches, and 45 by knockout. He had the longest professional career of any world heavyweight championship boxer, having boxed for over 33 years. That record was only beaten by Roy Jones Jr. in 2023. I don't know if Roy won. That's another issue. But for Jack Johnson to do it, ladies and gentlemen, we salute Jack Johnson, our Black History moment of 2024. May he rest in power, ladies and gentlemen. That's his boxing record: 95 fights, 72 wins, 38 by knockout, 11 losses, 11 draws, and 3 no contests. Shout out to Jack Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. Still has descendants and family still alive. Uh, I'd love to have them come on too. That would be cool. That is Klondike Haynes, who declared himself the black heavyweight champion. Although there was a colored heavyweight champion, Frank Childs, so that's another one. So yeah, there's a lot of history here we don't know about. So yeah. All right, yo. I'm gonna exit up out of here. Oh, if y'all want, because y'all know it is my birthday. You love me for my time, then pay me for my time. Ladies and gentlemen, drop something in there because it is my birthday tomorrow. Give something to the birthday boy, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Y'all be safe and be blessed. That's the ticker right there at the bottom where you can give it. You can give something in the Cash App. Gavin Richard, ESQ. Ladies and gentlemen, if you love me for my time, pay me for my time, or just give me a little change to help me out. As you know, YouTube does not monetize this channel. They have taken the monetization away and they've put a shadow ban, but we still here. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all in the next one. Be one, be safe, and be blessed. I'll holla for a dollar. Peace.
I know you did. I know you didn't do that. I know you did. I know you didn't do that. I know you did. I know you didn't do that.